Focus, man.
What's good, everybody? This is your guy, Jay Focus, reminding you to stay focused. So today I'm going to be talking about some of the different money systems in Africa. So if you've never traveled to East Africa in particular, you may be surprised when you land here that one of the first things you may see is that your card doesn't work in a lot of the ATMs. I've traveled now to about 6 different countries in East Africa, and this has been a consistent theme in all the countries I went to. You might have to go to 5 different ATMs before one will work. It really depends. And I have a card that I use it all over the world, and 9 times out of 10, it will work in any ATM in any country. But in East Africa in particular, I ran into it not working a lot of times. Now, there is one branch, one bank that I've noticed all over East Africa. And every single time that I found this bank branch, it works. And this branch is not giving me any promotion. They did not pay me to do this advertisement. I'm just telling you because it's a fact. Hit that like button. I'm putting in work out here. I swear to y'all, I'm putting in work. And just stay tuned. Fact, right? So this bank is called Bank of Africa. And you can find this bank in Madagascar. You can find it in Kenya. You can find it in Uganda. You can find it in Ethiopia. I think most East African countries, if not all of them, you can find this bank branch. And my American debit card always works there. And this bank is actually owned by, it's a Moroccan bank. Even though it's called Bank of Africa, it's 100% Moroccan owned. But they have branches all over the place. And like I said, it's my go-to. If everything else fails, Bank of Africa will give me money, okay? Now, beyond the traditional ATM route to get money, you can also get money through the mobile money systems that they have in place in different East African countries. So first off, I'm gonna say that your Google Pay and your Apple Pay credit card on your phone usually will work in East Africa. I've used it here and there, and most times it will work. Every now and again, they will say, we need the physical card. It's not going to scan unless you have the physical card with you. So in those cases, your phone app will not work. But in East Africa, mobile money is a big thing. So most of the countries have their own SIM card connected monetary system. So, for example, one of the biggest ones is in Kenya. In Kenya, they have something called M-Pesa. And there is one SIM card company that covers the whole country. And with this, you have to load money onto it. You can do it, I believe, through your bank account or your credit card. It's confusing, but you can load it up some kind of way, or you can just give them cash at one of the branches and then they will load money into your account. So basically the way this system works is when you want to pay for things, you have to type in whatever number they give you at the business. Then you have to verify it with your fingerprint or whatever code that you put in. And it's a lot of steps. It's slow. It's not user friendly, but there are people who love it. Some people don't like to walk around with cash, and most people in African countries that I've seen that use it, Rwanda is very big on it, Kenya's big on it. They have it in Uganda, but they're not as big on it there. In Madagascar, they use it, but they're not as big on it there either. It's more of a cash society. So every country will have their own version of a SIM card mobile money. And I'm not really a fan of it. Like I said, it usually ends up being clunky. It usually ends up being a lot of steps, when just handing someone cash and getting change back would have been a lot faster, would have been a lot easier in most situations that I've run into. Now, the only country that I didn't have any experience with the SIM card mobile money system was in Burundi. I don't know if they have it or not, but because I didn't stay there as many months as I did in some of the other countries, I never used it. I just strictly stuck with cash, and people were more than happy to accept cash. But in Kenya, people look at you kind of crazy if you want to pay with cash. There's clearly a hierarchy where mobile money is preferred by the government, by almost everyone. I'll give you guys one story which really blew my mind. Is I went to a bar, and in this bar nightlife establishment, they told me that they are not even allowed to accept cash. So in this bar nightlife establishment restaurant district, they told me they're not even allowed to accept cash. So I have no problem with people having a choice to use mobile money, but the fact that you're not even allowed to use cash means that you're removing options from people. And anytime you're removing options from people, it's not a good sign. So bear in mind that people highly prefer the M-Pesa mobile money system in Kenya over cash, which I really don't like. In Rwanda, they prefer it, but not as much as in Kenya. Now, Uganda is somewhere in the middle where cash is fine and also the mobile money is fine. They don't have a preference, they just want your money. And in Madagascar, in Burundi, they highly prefer cash. The mobile money systems, I think, are a newer thing there. Hopefully they won't be adopted widely, and it won't be an issue for you if you're traveling in the country for a short time as a visitor anyway. So with that being said, go ahead, like the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, this is your guy, Jay Focus, reminding you to stay focused.
Such thing as a light that's better than
Focus, man.